Peace, appreciation, and value to all. Peace, appreciation, and value to all. Listen, my people, I'm gonna do a lengthy video on this, but like I told you, there is a difference between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. There is a difference. And again, if you don't study if you don't study biology, if you don't know who you are, that's why it's easy for you to get convinced that there is a man underneath the ground that got horns on his fucking head that's causing all this chaos on the planet, or there's a man in the sky that can stop all of this shit and he allowing this to go down. So that lets you know that you're dealing with mental illness right now. You don't believe it. That's mental illness. You have the slightest idea. But however, there is a scientific explanation on why our people and other races of people act the way that they do, because they have undeveloped brains. Point blank and simple, undeveloped brains. So I'm gonna do a lengthy video on this, but I'm just gonna give you some sauce real quick. I'm gonna give you some real sauce. See, prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells are the simplest system that inhabits all of the signs of life. Let me start with that again. Prokaryotic cells are the simplest system that inhabits all of the signs of life. The carbon people of this planet, so-called black people, we are prokaryotic cells. Everyone else is eukaryotic cells, mixed cells put together to make a living organism. Now, they are the smallest type of cells, averaging 2 to 5 millimeters in length, which makes them just visible under the light microscope. Now, despite their small size, inside each cell, there is the complete chemical and biochemical machinery necessary for growth, reproduction, and the acquisition and utilization of energy. Now, prokaryotes have a large array of abilities. Let me start that again. Prokaryotes have a large array of abilities. Some of them live in the absence of oxygen. Oxygen. What did Morpheus say to Neo when he was fighting and when he was in a training room? You think that's oxygen you're breathing? You think that's air you're breathing? Some live in extreme conditions of heat or cold, others at the bottom of the ocean where the only source of energy is the hot hydrogen sulfate bubbling up from the core of the earth. Bubbling up from the core of the earth. Here you go right here. Prokaryotic cells live in the absence of oxygen. Some of them are in extreme heat or cold. Some of them live in extreme heat or cold. What did Morpheus say to Neil? You think that's oxygen you breathing? You think you're cold outside? You think that's heat outside? You're energy, bro. You're a ball of energy. And because you don't know this right here, because you are afraid to study, or you don't want to exercise your brain, you don't want to change the way you think, neuroplasticity, this is why it's easy to convince you that there is someone in the ground or an invisible person up in the sky that's watching all this shit going down that can snap a finger and stop it at a blink of an eye. That's sick. No, the scientific explanation is that we're dealing with people on this planet with undeveloped brains, point blank and simple, that are reactive instead of responsive. But if you read, you will realize that. I value my people. Y'all all have a great rest of your night. Each one reach one. This is how we grow. Protect yourself at all times with knowledge, sunlight, chlorophyll, and distilled water. Kalama Amin Ra, God Gene for life. I'm out.